Yo, who gonna be the one true honeybee chillin' with me? I ain't smoking tree, I'm in the breeze. High, know when I see, when I zoom from a scope so high you can't even see with a telescope or something like that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try the microphone with my phone so I can provide more information. Here is ES, what it looked like today, and then here's InQ. We're looking at a good typical range day, it seemed. That short at the beginning provided some good opportunities over at ES 440. As long as we remained over that LVN that was currently at 5440 in the morning, I was going to remain bullish. While I did not keep in mind we did gap up, so we were likely to trace down and fill that gap, but that's something I figured out later on when I was attending to my trades. Right here is my first trade. I saw some good absorption happening, saw a long coming, so I hopped in on a higher low. But one thing I did not notice was that I could have added on to my position after I had scaled out initially and then take that runner off somewhere else, right? So this would extend or bring up my RR, my risk to reward ratio, and provide me more profits, but that's something I did not do. Another thing I should have paid attention to was the change in the buying over selling. I have my candlestick set to, as long as there's more positive income of buyers, the candlesticks are going to be blue. But when I switch offs, that means there's sort of change of environment, right? The buyers are not as aggressive as they previously were. That's exactly when I should have scaled out fully on my position, then reassess at the bottom where I had previously entered and see if I can enter in that position again as long as the stars align. So being bummed out with what happened, we were approaching this piece of MGI right here. I think it's VWAP if I can see. I saw the DOM flip. I said, you know what? I'm just going to throw one contract, see what happens. And something weird happened where instead of a buy at market, it was a sell at market. So when I got stopped out in profit. And I caught that immediately and was like, what the heck is going on? This doesn't make sense. Neither was my P&L properly reflecting what my P&L was. So I had to open up my trader dashboard and check on it. You can see right here me testing this out with one contract just to say, okay, what's going to happen? And this buy at market, it's green at the top right, but it's red reflected on the chart. We're back at my previous entry point or around there. There's an LVN. I see the right signals. We get positive delta after we have a little bit of absorption of the sellers. So I'm gonna throw 3 contracts. That's pretty much my full position size. I'm pretty confident we're going to rotate around this HVN. And oddly enough, with 3 contracts, it does execute the buy order instead of executing a sell order when I do purchase. So I figured as long as I'm doing full size, then that means it's going to properly allocate my position. I get stopped out, but hey, that's okay. That's the name of the game. I see a better level over here and I take a shot at it once more. I get stopped out, we're at break even, totally fine, survive for another shot. I notice there is a change of balance and there's a change of structure. It looks like ES has broken through 5440 around this point, so I'm trying to see whether I should wait for a pullback to enter for a short or if I just wait for something else. I just checked over my notes that I've been writing over Obsidian as I'm trading. This is a new practice that I'm having. It's more complicated, but it's also, there's a lot more flexibility. But I was looking at this, and around this point, we have filled the gap with ES. We're rejecting those lows. There's a very long wick. So I had said, you know what, we're probably going to go up a bit. I take a shot at a long and to see what was going to happen. I believe in this position, I moved my take profits a lot closer than what was screen capped. So I don't have the end result of this, but during this trade, I saw a DOM flip. I'm looking for a shorter kind of position, exit a lot quicker to make back the P&L that I lost throughout the day. My DLL is going to be my stop at this point. The offer is refreshing, which makes me think that price is not going to move in the direction I want it to because it's not really pushing up. The buying on the DOM is not pushing up past where the offer is, showing there's a lack of initiation. That initiation happened, it hit my first take profit, which took 2 contracts off. I was going to say concentrations. What the fuck? So I made breakfast and then my second one got hit. I'm back from the dead, $17 in profit. I had to go to work, so I called it at that. That's the end of my trading day. I'm not used to recording with my voice, so there's a lot of more planning that I'm noticing I need to do while editing this video. But I do want to get something quickly out there. In the next videos, I'm going to pay more attention to the details of why I executed certain trades and all that kind of stuff. I'm just structuring my entirety of knowledge on my Obsidian app so I can, 1, journal, 2, have my weekly prep and my daily preps within one document, and then 3, have a database of all the setups and strategies that I have, and then 5, to just have a database of all the knowledge that I currently have. This music in the background is kind of fucking annoying me. Hold up. But one thing that I did notice for today was I was a lot more comfortable and confident to, 1, be patient, for me to take on a position, and when I took on a position, to be comfortable with the drawdown that comes with that risk that you're taking and putting on the table. If I got stopped out, fuck it, hey, I would have taken that trade any time of the day. Some of these, as I come to learn in the future, of course I wouldn't, but that's the name of the game. I'm here to get better. I'm trying to improve my craft so I can one day be profitable and then go to freaking Europe, tour around Southeast Asia, Japan, and relax, bro. You know, that is the goal. That is the absolute goal. I'm now here living in a completely different state. It's a new environment, but I'm going to dedicate my mornings so I can, 1, trade, 2, journal, and then after work, I can make these videos to reinforce and provide some entertainment for myself that's more trading related, because, you know, I took a lot of vices out of my life so I can have a lot more dopamine and a lot more energy, drive, and passion and focus towards this specific point in my life. And I feel like it's something that's going to be a positive endeavor. So I hope you guys are enjoying the journey along. I also hope that me throwing my voice on these videos is going to bring a lot more life into it. I feel like typing things out, it's just kind of a drag, if I'm being real, and it just doesn't feel like it's me, you know? But yeah, I'm just gonna continue with Obsidian and then see how this goes, and hopefully these videos are a lot better from now on. I will bring this up again as I did earlier, but I do want to add a lot more details as to why I executed trades. So maybe some of these days I won't show all of my trades, but I could just show some and then just go in a deep dive onto the things I've seen. I'm not at the point where I can screen record while I'm trading because that takes up too much CPU. I'm running a VM, a virtual machine, on my MacBook so I can trade Sierra charts. So that's already running a lot. I don't want to stress this old machine out. Maybe if I get a newer one, that'd be totally cool. But hey, this video is getting way too long. Let's cut it here. You guys have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.